What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday over here. We do have Bitcoin up slightly earlier today, actually up quite a bit above 27K for just a little bit, and has actually broken back down below 27K at the time of this video. Could Bitcoin continue its way up as is suggested by its recent breakouts? How could this affect the overall altcoin markets? As we have seen quite a bit of these altcoins pump when Bitcoin was pumping. Could this last? We're going to be taking a look into that later in this video. We're also going to be taking a look into Quant, which will be the main topic of this video. Okay, we're going to be taking a look into some upside and downside price targets for Quant, because we have to acknowledge both, right? Just got to keep it realistic. And also some key price levels to be paying attention to for the price action to go either way. I'm going to be giving you guys my personal sentiment and opinions on this market later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. Lastly, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, nor an elite trader of any sorts. I'm purely sharing my own speculations and opinions, okay? But I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets, and I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into the charts. All right. Currently, we do have Bitcoin here at about 26.8K-ish, okay? Up very slightly because we had just a candle close here. I mean, in terms of candles and in terms of trading view, it is Tuesday, but it is still Monday afternoon for me here. So, I guess I'm on, both days here, but what I'm seeing here is Bitcoin did come up to about 27.5K, almost. Before getting rejected, we do have some moving averages to be paying attention to, even though, in my opinion, is not the strongest resistance to be, or strongest major moving averages acting as resistance that I'm really worried about yet. Okay, so price action did come up to this daily 50 SMA, currently about 27.2K area. And then we have the 6-hour 200 SMA at about that level as well, 27.2K-ish. Okay, so those are the two moving averages that are acting as resistance at this point for this price action. Now, I've already done a more detailed post on Bitcoin earlier today, so if you guys want to, give that a look, so I don't have to repeat myself too much in this post, please give that a look. But I'm going to run over this very quickly so I can get to Quant. So on this 4-hour time frame, let's go back to the 4-hour time frame, because I did mention that the price action did break out of a falling wedge pattern. Measure target is going to be about 29.2K-ish, okay? We previously had a rising channel over here, but it did get a fake out and broke back into the pattern. That was basically a bear trap. So I invalidated that pattern. What we could be looking at here is a potential cup and handle here. If you guys can see this one side of the cup here, and then you basically have your rounded bottom, and then it looks like it could come back up to test that 28.2K area, which is pretty in line with where a lot of these major moving averages are. Okay, that is a possible scenario. Of course, we don't have a cup and handle here fully formed, so I'm not going to speak too much more on that. It's just my speculation here that it looks like a cup and handle. If the price action comes back to test that 28K area and does not get rejected very hard, right? So if Bitcoin is actually going clearly in one direction, I most likely will not have positions opened going against Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin is pumping very clearly, okay, then it's, I'm not going to say 100%, but I most likely would not open short positions, or I would close out my short positions when I see this coming. Let's take a look into Quant. Okay, this is the Quant on the KuCoin chart. I know I've done a previous post on Quant. I'm not sure which market or exchange I did it on. It is not a coin that I trade, so I don't keep the chart up, right? So every time I'm done with posting a video, I would usually just close it out so my list doesn't get too long. So, it might be slightly different from the chart that you guys saw last time, depending on if I did it on the same exchange or charts, but it should be pretty similar. Okay, I just want to make that note. Now, let's take a look into what's going on in here. Is this coin still alive? So we do have Quant currently on this weekly time frame, right? A falling wedge pattern. Falling wedges are typically break to the upside. So currently it's about $91. And if this price action is able to break out of this pattern here, let's pick a example breakout point, okay? Let's just say if it breaks out by the week of October 9th, then we have a measure target, which is taken by measuring the opening of the pattern, and then you put it on top of an expected breakout point. I'm gonna put it, maybe like this is about 3 weeks ahead of us, right? So I think that's reasonable given where the price action is positioned at, like kind of in the middle of the pattern, right? So I think it's reasonable. And if we do break out, at that week, right, at that expected breakout date, I see a measure target of $153 area, okay? Now, measure targets are estimates only, okay? It could be over, under, and it's probably not going to get there right away. Do your own Google searches on what falling wedges, measure targets, measure moves mean. These trading concepts I'm basically talking about here, it is public knowledge. Go ahead and learn that for yourself. I think that is probably the one most important takeaway from watching YouTubers' videos, is that you can be able to, judge for yourself. Take the knowledge based on what people are talking about on the charts. Don't just watch, just learn it for yourself. That's how I learned it 4 years ago. And it's been quite a bit of a journey, and I think it's going to be very rewarding for, just the entirety of my life. Okay, if I want to stay in this, which, at this time, yes, I do. I mean, I very much enjoy trading. Okay, let's take a look into, so let's take a look into some key price levels. The price action does need to break in order for this price action to reach its measured targets, right? First of all, we do have the weekly 21 SMA, the blue line here, currently at about $104 area. Weekly 50 SMA, the gray line here, almost $120 area. Monthly 21 SMA, currently about $112 area. Three-day moving averages very close to each other, between $100 to I'm just gonna say $110 area for this 3-day 200 SMA, the orange line here. I try to be as even as possible. Now let's take a look into the daily moving averages, basically ranging from about $95 area to about $110 area. Those are going to be some key noticeable moving average, noticeable resistances to be paying attention to. Of course, you can also go into your whatever time frames you guys are trading on, and you can look into previous trading history to identify resistances and supports. Okay, I think it's also very important to do that aside from looking at the major moving averages, but I'm just doing that here because, you know, for time's sake, and I don't want to bore you. Let's take a look into supports. And based on this, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna put it on the monthly time frame so I can get consolidated past trading history here. It's easier to read. Of course, you guys can zoom into whatever time frame, but I like the monthly just to get an easier read here. Okay. Now, the next level of key support here would be about the $85 area, right? As you guys can see, from last month's candle, right? That wick. September last year, that wick as well. That's going to be about $90. Okay, so $90, 85 to $90. 85 to $90. That's going to be your next key support, okay, for this market, which, we're pretty close to. So let's name one more level, right? 85 to $90. The next one down will be coming from right here, about $75 area coming from June of last year and February 2021. So $75 area, which will be the next one down, and then 70 to 75, and then 85 to 90 area. Okay, so let me reiterate: $85 to $90 area, and then 75, and then 70 to $75 area. Okay, now, of course, let me mention one more thing. This is a falling wedge. It typically breaks to the upside, but not absolutely. Okay, there are going to be instances where it still breaks down. There is no certainty in this market, where I say usually that's just, you have a higher probability of breaking upwards, but that's not to say it would not completely not break down. So something to be keeping in mind of. We can revisit this chart later if enough of you guys want to see more about this market. Do drop a like, comment, subscribe if you guys do want to see more of Quant, and I will bring you guys an update if enough of you guys want to see it. Now let's take a look. I'm going to share with you guys my overall opinions on this market, which is my personal opinions only, which is not financial advice, of course. It's just what I'm doing. Right, I am basically long on this market right now. I don't have any short positions opened. Like I said, that is not to say I absolutely would not open any shorts, but I most likely would not, because Bitcoin is clearly going up, right? We do have the Fed rate hike coming in about 2 days, September 20th. That is very important, and I am most likely, I'm considering heavily to closing out my long positions because they're leverage longs. They're leverage longs. So given the volatility, I could be liquidated. So that is something I'm watching out for. I'm heavily considering liquidating most of my longs before then. Now, that's basically how I'm feeling about this market. Thank you very much for watching. If you guys do want to see more of this update, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day. See you guys later.